Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thrive in Your Mission. I am thrilled to be here with my beautiful partner, Tavia Sharp, brand image strategist, and I am a chief miracle magnet. In other words, I help people to live in alignment with who they truly are so that they can shine bright like the stars and attract all of that which they deserve and desire so they can live their best life and live their mission, their purpose. So I'm super excited that we are talking about something so juicy today. And oh my goodness, Tavia, how great was our conversation backstage that we're bringing now?
Yes.
Is the idea that we have to have the courage to be polarizing. So, Tavia, do you want to kick it off and say, what does that mean to you, sister?
Y Yes, yes, it's just like we were talking about, you know, like for me, I work on the outer, right? I talk about, how you can brand yourself as the face of your brand and really have your ideal clients and opportunities be attracted to you because you're showing up on brand, right? And Elvira works on the inner, I do the outer, right? And that's how we come together. So we were talking behind the stages like how is it that you are showing up and taking a stand, right? And being okay to be a little polarizing, being okay to, really have an opinion or a stance on something. And
Yeah.
with branding, it's so important that you do that because you get to attract your ideal people because of the values that you stand by, because of the person that you
Yeah.
show up as, right? And that's what we were talking about, that sometimes it feels uncomfortable to do that. Like, even I struggle with that sometimes because I serve a lots of different types of people. And, it's a little bit of like, oh, should I? Should I lead into that a bit more? Because maybe if I do that, it's going to, turn away opportunities, right? I'm sure some of you might be feeling that, right? And so that's what we were talking about. Like, when is it the right time to really take a stand and go all in, whether it's politics or it's just like a message that you want to stand behind, and we were giving examples about that. So, Elvira, why don't you share the example that we
Yeah.
talked a little bit about in our last video, but you can just kind of recap for those who didn't tune
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah, thank you, Tavia. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to be able to actually say, this is what I believe, especially in such a polarizing world. And you just want to please everyone as a business owner, but you cannot please everyone. And that's what we need to truly embody, that I am not for everybody. We cannot be everyone's cup of tea. But when we speak our truth, we will attract those that go, oh my God, I'm not alone. She sees me. She's like me, right? And we're going to push away people that don't care for what we believe in. And that's okay. We need to be okay with that. More than okay. We need to be happy with that. Like for example, I shared my story of how a woman that was not aligned with my values because she voted in someone that I believe is doing a lot of damage in your country, Tavia. I'm in Canada, you're in
Hmm.
the US. And I spirit told me at the very last minute before we were going to get started on this collaboration, just like you and I are doing this collaboration, this woman wanted to work with me. And I found out that she voted for someone who, I don't even want to say the name, but I think everybody knows who we're talking about. And the fact is that she was happy to vote for that person. She thought that person was the best for the job. And I said, okay, well, you know what? You're a beautiful soul and I wish you all the best, but we can't work together. And then she, shouted, this is not of Jesus. And she hung up the Zoom call. And after that, oh my God, I just felt like I dodged a bullet. I felt so light and I felt like I did the right thing. Thank you, great spirit. And so what I realized after that is that I put it out on Facebook to say, hey, I had to step back from this collaboration because our values were not aligned. And what would you do? So I sort of opened it up as a conversation on my post on Facebook. And oh my God, I got a whole bunch of people that I had to remove. I had to block them on Facebook, which is great because not everyone is going to resonate. And that's great. Okay. We need to realize that it's not like a lost
Yes.
opportunity. If one person goes, two are going to arrive. Okay. If you look at it that way, when
Yes.
you speak your truth, this is what can happen. And so I had so many people going, oh my God, Elvira would have done exactly the same thing. And I believe those people love me even more now. Right. And one
Mm.
woman who is a celebrity entrepreneur in my city, I don't know if I mentioned it last time, she said, she's never commented on anything I've ever posted. She said, in response to a woman who got really negative and said, oh, aren't you afraid of being seen negative and pushing people away? She said, actually, I am more likely to work with Elvira because she spoke her truth. And I was like,
Hmm.
whoa, that is exactly what I want to do is I want to push away the people that aren't my ideal clients. They're not my divine clients. And by speaking
Hmm.
my truth, my true divine clients, not my PETA clients. PETA stands for pain in the ass. Okay. So not my PETA clients, but my divine clients will find me and they resonate with my values and we're going to get along because I have the courage to speak my truth, which gives them permission to speak their truth. And I have the courage to piss people off, which gives them permission to piss people off too. Right? So
Hmm.
we're not for everyone and we need to have the courage to be polarizing, right?
Yes, I think you hit the nail on the head because I think when we try to please everybody and let's say people please, right?
Yeah.
People please in your business, you're really not gonna really like get more of the ideal clients, right? You're trying to people please, you're gonna get a lot of maybe pitas to your point,
Yeah.
maybe more
Yeah.
pitas, right? And okay, they pay you, so
Yeah.
sometimes we're okay with that because 'cause we're like, "Oh, they're paying us," right? But are they ideal clients? Are they what I call your soulmate clients? And
Yes.
if you want more soulmate clients, you're going to have to be more polarizing because
Yeah.
those are the people that raise their hand and say, "Oh my god, that's me. I agree with that
Yes.
too. Those are my values," right? And
Yes.
so, that's what we were really talking about, and we get it because if you're an entrepreneur like us, you understand what we're talking about. We have
Yeah.
to be on brand, and this is part of branding, is really
Yeah.
taking a stance on the topic, really standing by it, whether it turns people away, repels, or it
Yeah.
attracts, right? We actually want that, attracting
Yeah.
the right clients, the soulmate clients, and repelling the
Yes.
pitas, repelling the
Yeah.
clients that are not right for us, right?
Yeah.
And I was using the example about something that's like hot right now, a hot topic. And that's, because I come from the fashion world and it's all about branding, right? Why is somebody you could buy jeans, okay, from any brand. Okay, let's be honest. Jeans are everywhere. Everybody wears denim. But there is one company right now that their marketing campaign totally is on fire because it used a celebrity, uh, and she talked about in the tagline, like about having good genes, genes, right?
Yeah.
Genetics. And it's a spin on jeans, like denim, Jeans. And go look up this campaign. It's American Eagle and see exactly what she says and how she does it. And I was telling Elvira, if you're in our, generation, right, you'll remember some very racy denim ads from the past.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that. Like Calvin
Yeah.
Klein has done it, so many other brands have done things like this where they really are just being polarizing. They're
Yeah.
saying something or they're showcasing something in a certain way, and people nowadays are very sensitive to these issues. We are totally living in an online world, so we're
Yeah.
going to get comments constantly, right? And some people love the ad and some people really did not like it. You're going to
Yeah.
get two sides when you're polarizing, but guess what? Those jeans are flying off the shelf, and nobody was
Yeah.
buying American Eagle jeans before. Let me tell you, that's not the first place I was telling clients to go to. So I know there's their sales have skyrocketed. They don't
Yeah.
care if they're
Yeah.
getting negative attention, because negative attention is just as good. They're attracting sales, they're attracting
Yeah.
customers. And you have to think about your business the same way.
Yes.
You are
Yes.
no different. You are a brand. You're the face of your brand. And so
Yes.
that's what we're talking about here. And we're showcasing a couple different examples. But I
Yeah.
think at the end of the day, it's like you have to have the courage to take that stand and
Yeah.
really go all in on it. And yeah, maybe you're going to get some negative attention and it's uncomfortable for sure.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
the end, like Elvira said, I'm sure it wasn't easy to take some of those negative comments that you got, but guess what? You got the positive ones and you were able to, again, like push away some of the people that were in
Yeah.
your world, in your space, that did not align with your values. And that's a good
Yes.
thing, right?
Always, always. Oh my God. And honestly, like I love this idea and I believe it is real. I haven't tested this, but I personally feel that if you can repel one person, you're going to attract two people. I don't know why. That's just dropping in. I just feel it's real. And I feel that, the inner work matters because if we're able
Mm.
to truly I want to say take all those comments without taking them to heart, you have to have done your inner work. You have to have worked on, calming your nervous system so you can hold space for all of the comments. Like, I don't
Mm.
agree with all those people, but I still love them. They're still brothers and sisters, on a human, on our planet, right? But
Mm.
I don't see them as these adversaries that I have to take down and feel angry about. No, I'm just stating my truth and they don't get my truth, and there's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass, okay? So that's what I believe, is that we don't have to get upset about it. We just have to speak
Mm.
our truth, and the right people will find us. Like, that woman that said, "Hey, Elvira," like, or "Hey," to that woman, I'm more likely to hire Elvira now because she's speaking her truth.
Hmm.
I love that. And
Yes.
it gives me the courage to be even more, out there. And truthfully,
Mm.
we need to, see that we can work with anyone in terms of like a client, if we're not talking about our values so much, like if they don't want to dig deep and to find out what our religion is, what our politics are, if they just want to hire us, like someone wants to look beautiful and have a great brand, they'll hire you. And if you don't talk
Yeah.
about it, you can serve that person. But if you're doing a collaboration where your brand is working with another brand, you need to make sure that your values are aligned, right? You and we aligned because we knew that our values were very connected. So I feel that 1 plus 1, the right brands together, 1 plus 1 is not 2, 1 plus 1 is 11, because we both take our brands to the next level by
Hmm.
being so real and serving together, and not being afraid to be polarizing. We can serve even more people together. So the collaboration part, I believe, is important to have values that are in
Yeah.
alignment. Serving per se, if they really need your services, they will hire you. But if you piss them off, maybe they're going to go somewhere else. Either way, you're better off because you're speaking your truth. And yeah, maybe you're not speaking your truth like, every single day. And, when you're doing like you know, your sessions, it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, can you believe that, that idiot president or whatever? Like, you might not get into that, especially if you
Right.
think, yeah, maybe they are Republican and they may have voted for him. But I feel that, again, when you collaborate with someone, it has to be values aligned, and you have more fun with people that, let's say you do piss off some clients, they don't want to work with you anymore. You know what? Two great new people will leave if that person, will arrive if that person leaves, because they're going to be like, oh, Tavia is such a breath of fresh air. I see her, she sees me, and our values are aligned. You're going to have more fun with them, right? These are your
Yes.
soulmate clients, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, there's a few. This is a nuanced thing, right? This isn't like just a black and white thing, but
Mm-hmm.
which is usually polarizing, black and white. But I feel that yes, we can serve anyone if they want to work with us,
Mm-hmm.
but to
Mm-hmm.
align with those that our brand stands for something and it resonates with their brand, that's where I feel like we have to be real with our collaborators. So I just want to shout out to you, Tavia, because I love your brand. I love what you stand for as a human. Every time we have these chats, I feel better. I feel more alive. I feel like my brand up levels just because I'm with your brand, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So important. Thank you. And thank you for saying that. I agree. And, I think that's what brought us together. And that's why it feels so easy, too. You don't have to force
yes,
it when you know you're aligned in your
yes,
values and, it's like, right? So it's the same with your brand, it's the same with your content, right? When you put stuff out there, you have to think about the who you're going to attract, right?
yeah,
And the more you align with those values, the more you speak your truth, right? The more you're going to attract the right people
yes,
and repel the wrong ones, right?
right,
Whether that's
right,
clients or opportunities, partners, business partners, relationships, all of it. That's why I say
yeah,
opportunities because it could be more than just a client. It could be
yeah,
lots of different opportunities that you're looking for to grow your business and your brand. So it's really important to um, be more courageous, right? Be
yeah,
more courageous to
yeah,
say the things that are on your heart. Speak your
yeah,
mind, speak your truth. And the more you do that, the more people raise your hand. I notice when I do that and I get a little more vulnerable,
yeah,
people often really, I mean, they appreciate it because they're like, oh my gosh, you're saying what I've been thinking or I've been feeling. Thank you. It gives them permission to
yeah,
really feel what they're feeling, right? And a lot of times I say that I'm not trying to sell something. I'm just speaking some
yeah,
truth there. Like, this is
yeah,
what's going on for me. Who can relate?
yeah,
Tell me,
yeah, yeah,
people, do resonate. And that doesn't have to be a sales post, that could
no,
just be you sharing your truth like you did. You
yeah,
just created like a one sentence meme, you know?
yeah,
It wasn't a sales post. It was just you sharing your truth. And
yeah,
that's what we got to do now as business owners, or
yeah,
you don't even have to do that. You could just be a thought leader in your space. You don't even have
yeah,
to be an entrepreneur to share your truth like this. It's just about
yeah,
being a thought leader. And we need more thought leaders now because we're living in
yes,
a
yes,
interesting
amen.
times, right? And we need more people to stand up. Yeah, we do. We
Yeah,
need to speak up because we're very divided now and we need more of the truth talkers, and people who are here to really like shape the future. Yeah, I really
yeah,
see that. And I know Elvira and I agree on that.
yeah, yeah,
So if you're resonating with this, let us know. And we'd love to invite you to join our Facebook community. We have a community of
yes,
like minded people all about thriving in your mission and sharing, what's on your heart, what's on your mind. This is a safe space to be able to just get some like support. And we know how hard it is right now to be an entrepreneur in this time.
yeah,
And so, if that's you and you're resonating with what we're speaking about today, please join us there. I'll put the link in the comments so you can join us and,
yeah,
share what's going on. Mhm.
yeah, I love that.
Thanks
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, thank you. And just to say, if you're struggling with anything in particular, just put it in the comments, over our video, or make a post about it in the group, right? So that you can be
Hmm.
seen. And it's not
Yes.
just us commenting. You can hear from other people as well. And so we'd love you to engage there. And then, of course, Tavia and I do beautiful events where we can take you to an amazing place like Manhattan and help you with the inner work, healing the women wounds, and other inner work as well, so that you can feel even more comfortable in front of the camera. Because when you lighten up, when you release things from your heart, your soul, you actually look better. And so the idea is do the inner
Yes.
work so you can look even better on the outside and have a beautiful community of people to support you as you move forward in this elevated brand of yours, because your brand matters, you know, because it's your mission. You want to
Mhm.
thrive in your mission with a great brand. So the inner work affects the outer, you know, look and how you show up, and those two work together. And so we're so honored and excited that you're here, that you watch this, and yes, we'll see you on a next episode of Thriving Your Mission. Thank you, Tavia. We'll see you soon,
Thank
guys.
you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.